Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Ifi Obona. I'm a stress management work-life balance coach. Today we'll be talking about how to manage stressful people in your life. I believe that each and every one of us, we have people that are stressing us out. It can be our partners, our kids, our parents, our bosses, our work colleagues, our friends. There's always somebody in our life that anytime we associate with them, we come out drained, tired, and annoyed and irritated, and that is not what we want to do. So we're talking about how to deal with these people in our life. There's one thing I want you to know is this. In dealing with these people, in these stressful people, you have to do two things for yourself. One, you have to look at these people that are stressful. What is stressing you about them? We are trying to pinpoint the stress factor. What is it about them that is stressful? Is it the way they talk? Is it the way they present themselves? What exactly is that thing that stresses you about them? That is number one. Number two, how do you always relate to them? Relate with them, relate to them, react, respond to them. Do you trigger this stress in them, or it's just all everything from their own point? So that is just what I want you to think about for yourself and find out whether your reaction to them, the way you talk to them, the way you present yourself to them triggers this stressful response that they give to you. All said and done, we have 5 different kinds of stressful people that we encounter every single day of our lives. Some of us have to live with them. Some of us, we have to work with them. So what are these 5 different kinds of stressful people we need to deal with? Number one, you have the stressful people that are very dominant. They are mostly very aggressive. They want to control you. They want to control the situation. They want to control everything about them. They disregard your opinion. Your opinion does not matter to them. Your idea, they don't even take it into consideration. This kind of people, they can be very, very stressful. So if you have such a person that is very aggressive, very, very dominant, and very, very controlling, to an extent very, very manipulating, how do you deal with such a person? How do you manage them so that this stressful act of aggression, of controlling, of manipulating does not really get to you? One of the things you can do is to try and set clear boundaries. When they come with their aggression, you have to put a front and say, you can do your gra-gra. If it's my Nigerian people, you can do your gra-gra, you can do your aggression, but till this place and no more. You have to set those boundaries. Another thing you can do for very dominant, aggressive people, try to use, better still, the I language. You can say, don't say, why are you behaving like this? Why are you thinking like that? Use the I. Say, I feel the situation is like this. In my opinion, it is like this and like this. When we talk this way, we try to diffuse the situation a bit because they don't get attacked. I know maybe they are the people in the wrong. They are the people that are aggressive, yes. They are the people that are dominant and manipulating, yes. But we don't need to escalate the situation. So we try to diffuse it. We try to manage the stress because this might be a person that you love so much that you have to deal with every day. So you come to them with the I, from the I point of view. I think, or I feel overwhelmed when this situation is like that, and things like that. It will not escalate the situation, and also set clear boundaries so that they will know you can shout, you can be aggressive, you can control, but when you get to this place there is a stop. So that is about dominating stressful people. The second kind of people, they are a bit more subtle. Those are the complainers. They are often very unhappy, they are unsatisfied, they are frequently expressing their grievances. Unlike the dominant stressful people that mostly are your bosses, some colleagues, or a parent, the complainer stressful people are usually people under your people on the same level with you, your friends, some of your colleagues. They are the ones that fall into this kind of stressful people that complain. They just complain. They don't even offer a solution. They are unhappy. They say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. They pull you down, they drain you out, and that can be very demotivating. Apart from it being stressful, it can be very, very draining and demotivating. So how do you deal with these complainers, like I'll call them? One, when they start, you try and put solutions their way. Try and focus their mind into something that is better. In case they are complaining about A, go over to B, ignore that A side. Just try and focus their attention on something else. That's the best way to do such people. And I would say when the draining becomes too much, try and avoid such people as much as possible. Limit your exposure to them, because sometimes some of them no matter what you tell them, they are happy. You tell them, don't worry, things will be better. They say, things will never be better. No matter what solution you bring in, they keep throwing it away. So the best thing is also to do is to limit your exposure to such people for your own mental self-care. The third type of people, we've had the dominant people, we've had the what do you call them? The complainers. Now the passive aggressor. The first dominant people, they are very, very aggressive. But you know how the third people that are passive aggressive, what do? They use silence. They use sarcasm to talk, to get their point across. But those words, the way they bring it out is very painful, sometimes very insultive. They use these methods to get at you. They make the situation for you very stressful. They make you feel, wait, so does this person mean what they just said to me now? They will give you a compliment, but that compliment is full of big words, and you don't know how to react. You don't even know how to react, because do you take them seriously, or are they just joking, or did they mean what they say? And most time when you follow their pattern, they mean what they are saying, but they are bringing it out in a subtle way. They call them passive aggressive people. They use indirect method to address issues. So how do you deal with such people? For me personally, and it's also recommended, bring out issues openly. Be bold with them. Be very bold. When they come and start saying, I know, for example, in case me, they say, I know Ify, you're always tired, you don't like to clean the house, for example. Then you be bold, and say, is there an issue with cleaning the house? Is there an issue with cleaning the house? You bring up that topic in the open and let them take a stand. Instead of you being the one to be wondering, is it a joke? Is it a compliment? Is she trying to tell me something? Bring it out in the open. Let it be discussed. So be bold, be direct, be clear with such people. When they realize that you're always going to bring that topic out in the open, they will try and reduce doing that all the time. That's the third kind of people. Then the fourth kind of people are people that play the victim. They play the victim. They act as if they are powerless. They act as if they are able to take charge of situations. So you have to always do almost everything for them, and they blame others. those are the victim kind of people, and they can be stressful. If people want to go somewhere, you'll be the one doing everything because they cannot book a ticket, they cannot do this, they take the victim. They want to live the soft life at your own expense. So such people, they're not aggressive, they're not this thing, but they're making you work harder, they're making you work more than you should be working, and it stresses you out. What you can do, you can make them to become accountable for what they are doing. You try and when you're making choices, you have to be careful with them when you make choices, but you make them to be accountable. You give them specific things to do, and don't allow them to go over the other way. When they are blaming somebody, turn the mirror back to them so that they can see themselves and see the light will be shed on them, that they might see where they might be making also a mistake. You really need wisdom with such people. If there's any way you can empower them, to take charge of a situation, maybe you encourage them, tell them, oh, you can do it now. You only think you cannot do this, you can do this. You can also encourage them, and they'll start taking up responsibilities and start giving you some space to breathe. Then the last kind of people are people that are very skeptic. And I think these are the people that are also very difficult to deal with. People that are skeptic, they are very doubtful, they question almost everything, they are not open to change, they are very, they are on their own, they don't want to change, they don't want to move. It's always done like this, it should be done like that. If you bring in a suggestion, no, this is the way it's always done. They don't want to try anything new, they don't want to go left, they don't want to go right, they just want to do things the way it's always done. And it can be very stressful in today's situation whereby things are changing. There are better options to do things, there are easier options to do things. So such people that are also always skeptic about every single thing can be so difficult, can be so stressful dealing with them. But when you are able to show them evidences of people that have done it and have succeeded, for example, and you also tell them, maybe they are resistant to a particular change, and you now tell them, read this book or do this thing, you understand it more. Give them a chance for them to understand a situation better. It will improve their viewpoint about that thing. Show them success stories about that thing. It will make them to change their mind a bit, instead of them to always restrict themselves. In restricting themselves, they are also restricting you. So those are the 5 kind of stressful people: the dominant people, the complainers, the passive aggressive, the the victim, and the skeptic people. So I ask you, which of these ones do you have to deal more often with? Which of these kind of people do you have to deal more often with in your working place, in your workplace, at home, and with your friends? So as I mentioned them, did anybody come to mind that you say, yes, so Mr. A used to do this, Mr. B is like this? And I hope you are getting the tips of how to be able to manage these people. Like I said in the beginning, one is that you understand what in their character that is triggering you off. Is it their aggression? Is it their silence? Is it their complaining? Is it their not changing? What is it, their doubt? Get that particular thing that is triggering stress in you. Understand it. Number 2, from your own side, are you reacting, responding in a way that you're making that thing to come out more? If you're able to look into those things, it will make your relationship with them better. So let me give you 8 general strategies to be able to manage people that are difficult in our lives. And I pray that you don't have so much of them, especially in your small circle. I pray that they are not much. One thing you can do is maintain emotional distance. This means that you've already known how they are. So in your mind, you just say, okay, this is how this person is. Let them talk, let them do. You don't let it get to you. Yes, it's easier said than done, but practice makes perfect. So don't try not to let what they say, how they behave, how they complain, how they are aggressive, all those things. Don't let it get to you. Pull it off your emotions. When they don't get to your emotions, when they don't get to your mood, it does not really drain you out. That's the first thing. Maintain emotional distance from them so that what they do don't affect your mood. Number 2, set clear boundaries, especially for the ones that are aggressive. Set clear boundaries with them. Very important. Number 3, communicate. Improve your communications. Like I said, instead of you to be always telling people, you always do this, you are like this. Let's turn the table around and say, I feel this when you do this. I feel this about the situation. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. In my opinion, let it be I. Let it come from you. Let it be your response to that situation. So try and use the I response. Communicate better. Also, I would say know when to talk and when to just keep quiet and ignore. Know those two things. Depends on the kind of stressful person. Number 4, active listening. Some people that will just come and be aggressive or come and be skeptic or any of those stressful people. Once you're just listening attentively and actively, they are talking, they are complaining, they are being aggressive, you're saying, okay. It tends to diffuse the situation. Just you listening, you're not trying to defend, you're not trying to attack, you're not trying to do anything. If it's possible, just listen to them. And your boss come, why is it not done like this? I say, okay. Just like that. Or somebody comes and is doubting the whole situation. I don't think this will work. You say, okay. It does not make the situation to go out of hand or be draining. So practice active listening. It's not always easy because we all have our opinions. We want to talk, we want to say what is in our mind, but let's watch it and know when to just listen. Number 5, it also has to do with listening, but it has to do with you understanding. Choose your battles. Which battles do I fight? Which battles do I let go? So when a boss comes and is doing that, sometimes you just have to know, this one doesn't make sense, it doesn't bring anything. You just let it go. You let it go. Somebody comes and tells you, why is this thing here? Why is it not here? And you just look. Doesn't make any sense. I should not prove any point. You just say, okay, good, I'll put it there. Just put it there. You have avoided something that is of no consequence. So learn to choose your battle. There's some situation that you need to talk and show your strength and show your boundaries and show no, it must be like this. But know when to do that. So choose your battles is number 5. Number 6, utilize some stress management techniques. And one of the things I would recommend is deep breathing and prayer. Maybe you want to go and deal with someone that you know already that is very stressful. Speak a little prayer under your breath. God, help me, give me the grace, give me the peace, give me the calm I need in this chaos I'm entering. And also when you're going to meet them, increase your energy level by doing deep breathing. Breathe in, hold your breath and breathe out. It gives you energy to deal with what is coming in front of you. So those are 2 stress management techniques I can recommend for you to do before you come in contact with a person that is very stressful. Number 7, seek support. Sometimes we are overwhelmed that you don't know what to do. If your boss is always very stressful to you, look for somebody to say, I don't know what to do. This man, no matter what I do, it always comes out this. Or a friend, seek support where you can explain yourself and get the needed help or needed advice, or you see somebody else that is dealing very well with the situation. Ask them, what do you do? How do you come clear? How do you get along with this person? Then they can explain to you, then you can apply such techniques or strategies. And the last one, sometimes we do all we can do. We keep quiet, we set our boundaries, we communicate with the eye, we do deep breathing, we do everything, we seek support, but the situation is very, very stressful and it's affecting us, affecting our mental and emotional health. Then you have to know when to walk away. Yes, when to walk away from that work, because you will not live long enough to enjoy the benefits of that work. Yes, when to walk away from that friendship, when to keep that physical distance. You have to know exactly when to do that, because that person, you have tried all the techniques, all the strategies you know you can do, but it's not bringing in any good. Then for your health, for your peace of mind, for your calmness, you need to walk away from that chaos, from that stress. So I hope these tips, this enlightenment, this talk would have opened your eyes to see the things that are stressing you in somebody and what you can do about it, the different kind of stressful people we encounter in our lives. Please share this video, leave your comments. Do you have experiences? Which of these techniques, which of these strategies are you going to start applying? And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are yet to do that. Thank you so much. Have a nice